everyone knows the concept of network is your net worth. Prioritizing depends on your profile. That no matter where you're networking, always have that attitude of giving first. Even if you're not speaking, you're communicating. Learn the art of conveying your message in few words.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new episode of IIM Unplugged, brought to you by the Student Alumni Committee of IIM Rohtak. We are delighted to have Ms. Kanksha, an alumnus of IIM Rohtak from the PGP 12th batch, as our guest today. She is the founder of Omega Xcel, the finishing school, and has previously worked in EY. Thank you so much, Kanksha, for joining us today. Let us begin our conversation.
My first question to you is, you have been through the MBA journey. MBA journey is a whirlwind of academics, networking, and extracurriculars. What tips do you have for students to maintain wellness and personal growth during this hectic schedule?
There are multiple components. There are case study competitions, clubs and committees, all of the factors, academics, exams, quizzes, and all the factors. Uh, there's one thing that you must learn, which you must be listening right from your day one at MBA, that you should learn prioritizing things. So prioritizing depends on your profile. You might go and ask your seniors what should be the right approach and what all things should we pursue. And seniors will help you in their right spirit and as per their experience. But I believe that choose components and elements as per your profile. For example, if a fresher is if a fresher wants to have more PORs in there, focus on clubs and committees, of course. If you want to have more accolades and achievements, focus on case studies. But whatever you choose, just choose it for a certain period and focus on it as much as possible, and just try to win whatever you do. Like, for example, if you're choosing case study, try to win the competition. That's how the game of prioritization really helps you there, because there are so many things and you cannot do everything in MBA journey, right? And it can become really overwhelming for you all. So yeah, I think prioritization is the key. And as far as wellness and all of the other factors are concerned, your personal well-being is concerned, I would I would urge all of you not to compromise with your meal cycles at least. Because meal cycles and of course your sleep cycles as well, but sleep cycle goes for a toss a lot of times. But I would say don't compromise with your meal cycles. Eat as clean as possible.
So Kanksha, you spoke about no, in MBA we need networking, we need to do case competitions, and in these things, style, presence, communication skills, these are very key elements. So how can MBA students start building on their personal brand so as to stand out in this competitive business
So
world?
see, if I were to talk about only styling, it would be really wrong on my part. Always be aware that no matter where you are going, what you are doing, even if you're not speaking, you are communicating. I'm talking about professional space, okay? If you're going to any case study competition, if you're going to some other, presenting at some other IIMs or other institutions, rather say, or if you're going to corporate world as well, even if you're not speaking, you're communicating. And people will give you opportunities based on the first impressions that they have of you. Now, when I talk about style, style is not something that is related to fashion. Fashion is one component. And when we talk about appearance and external things, of course, fashion does come into play, but then it's a very small component. It's not about style, is not about how you look. It's about how you carry yourself, no matter what you wear, no matter how you are, where you are. Your body language speaks it all. How you communicate in the times of stress. How do you respond to certain situations? How do you respond to negative uh, things around you? All those things also include in the component of style. And that together, how you communicate, how you present yourself, then forms your impactful presence, right? So my suggestion is learn the art of conveying your message in few words. be precise with your message. You don't have to go about beating around the bush. When you're in professional field, try to be as specific as possible.
So you mentioned about communication and how important communication, and especially when we are doing MBA, networking forms an important part of our MBA journey. So what strategies or principle would you suggest us to build meaningful relationships and lasting relationships, especially in MBA journey?
So there are multiple factors to networking. First of all, when you go to network with anybody at a B school, everyone knows the concept of network is your net worth. Okay. So when you are going and talking to people, it kind of seems like as if you've come with a motive, and nobody likes that. So try to form honest and sincere relationships. Don't try about going like gathering just exchanging numbers and sending connection requests on LinkedIn, and that's it. Your journey stops there. That shouldn't be the case. If you really want to network, networking is not an hour's task, or it's not one day's task. You go to an event and you just network with people. No, it's like friendship, but it's like professional friendship where you are not getting personal, but you have to find people along with whom you align in terms of ideas, and in terms of values at least. So, first of all, it should be like if you are trying to network, both the parties should gain some value. If I and you were to network, so I should have that in mind that I should be ready to give also. If I come from a motive of, let's hang out with Mohini, and I'll just network with her, and if need be, I'll just take some help from her. Okay. That intention, with that intention, when you go to network, that intention shows no matter what you do. It shows to the other person. So always have that in your mind that no matter where you're networking, always have that attitude of giving first, offering first. Okay, that's one point. Second is don't confine your network within your professional space. I would say, like, for example, at B school, yes, form good connections. And you obviously form good connections because you guys are staying together 24 hours. We are with each other, right? But when you go to corporates and other entrepreneurship, if at all anybody wants to pursue entrepreneurship, make sure that you have three kind of networks always. First, industry specific. Always have a circle where you can talk about industry specific, where you'll gain ideas, new technology ideas on whatever is happening in your industry. Industry specific network. Second, personal hobbies network, where you are going for sports, or any certain hobby that you have. Anything, it could be anything, just jamming sessions with that network. Form a community of such people, be a regular participant of such communities. And third is your personal growth network, which is not related to hobbies, neither it's related to work, it's related to your mindset. Okay. And all these three networks, be an active participant of all three networks. And I think that should be enough of networking. Try to find genuine connections and not the ones where it's just transactional.
I think these are very helpful tips for us as MBA students, because we continuously hear about networking, but actually when it comes to networking, we really don't know where to go and what to do. So this also brings me to another question, that in such highly competitive environments, such as even when we are doing MBA or when we go to competitive world, stress becomes a very like it just we imbibe that stress. It just is there with us. So could you share some practices that we could do? So what suggestions would you give to us so that we are able to manage?
You need to understand why stress happens to us. We are taking too much on our plate, basically, that beyond our capacity. And after a point, we feel that we cannot take it anymore, right? That's what the stress is. And if I tell you to, do that meditation, start breathing in and out, and it will help you. That's not actually how it will work. You are piled up here, and if I ask you to, breathe in and out, yes, it will help you for some hours, but it will not help you permanently. So, my way of dealing with stress is, first of all, please know that in B school or in corporate world or in your professional journey, nobody, nobody is responsible for you, yourself, your health, your mindset, other than you yourself. Nobody is responsible. If you say that, I go to this company and this company will take care of me, no, they will not. There are initiatives by the companies who their intention is to take care of the employees, but at the end of the day, you are the one who have to be sure of what's working for you and what's not. Always have a creative side alive inside you to de-stress yourself. Try कि पहले तो stress ही ना आए. And even if stress आ रहा है, so just be mindful of it, that you're not piling up more on it. Initially, when as a fresher you go to a corporate world, we are too ambitious, in fact. And being ambitious is not, it should not always be painful and stressful. Please be mindful of that. If you are ambitious, it's really great, but does not mean you should compromise with your meals and sleep and your lifestyle. Till education time, till academics, it was fine, because yes, you know that after 2 years this journey is going to end. But when it comes to corporate, you are in that game for a long time. So understand that you're not compromising with your lifestyle. That's what your take on. That's how your take on it should be. Always have a creative thing to do in your routine. Don't make job everything. Job is just one part. Always have other things to do in your life. Don't कि एक तारीख को credit होगा salary and only then I'll have fun and only that would be my source of happiness. No, just keep on distributing your sources of happiness and deriving relaxation out of it.
Thank you. Those were very insightful tips. I think we all will be able to use this in our remaining MBA journey. We have reached to the end of our podcast, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank our guest Kanksha for taking out time from her busy schedule. We thank you for sharing your journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure interacting again.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Do not forget to subscribe and let us know your favorite part in the comments down below.